Hi guys, welcome to BCCA. My name is Vignan and I'm your law faculty. So you purchase the classes, right? So after purchasing the classes, there might be many questions running in your mind that you purchase the classes and what are the topics which the institute has given in our syllabus and how many hours does it take for us to listen and what is the sequence of listening the class and blah 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 blah. So for giving a clarification based upon all these questions, this video is being made. Okay, so stay still. Okay, I'll give you complete clarification of each and every questions which are running in your minds. Okay, so let's don't delay and let's start the video. Okay, point number one, you might have a question that, sir, how many hours does it take? How many hours does it take to listen the classes? Guys, the entire regular classes for law, CMA inter law, okay, entire regular classes law, it took around 95 hours, my dear students. It took around 95 hours. Okay, so sir, in this 95 hours we completed the entire syllabus. Yes, my dear, we have completed the entire law syllabus in 95 hours. There is no need for you guys to get worried. Each and every topic has been discussed and you can rely on these classes and go to your exams. Okay, so there is no need for you guys to get worried. Okay, point number two. Point number two, what are the topics which we what are the topics which were given by the institute? What are the topics which were given by the institute and how many hours does this each and every topic have been taken in our class? Okay, so that is what we are going to discuss. Point number one, what are the topics? Guys, the entire law syllabus is divided into four categories. Category A is commercial laws. This is commercial laws, the entire commercial laws. And category B is the industrial laws, and category C is corporate laws, and when it comes to category D, it is the ethics. It is ethics. Okay, so I'll elaborate how many hours does each and every topic took. Okay, so first let's start with commercial laws. Okay, commercial laws, guys, these are the commercial laws, and these commercial laws, if at all you want to start the classes, okay, you can start with the Constitution of India, the introduction chapter. So introduction chapter, it took around 7 hours for us. Sir, I want to get a better understanding. I'm not based upon the exam oriented, but I want to have a detailed understanding of it. If at all you are in that mind, then you can listen the 7 hours of class. But if at all you want from exam oriented perspective, sir, what are the topics which I have to listen? So this 7 hours, if at all you want to first listen the important concepts of examination perspective, then my suggestion is first listen two videos in this chapter. Okay, two videos, that is introduction topics, video 1 and video 2. Those topics are enough. And after completing this from exam perspective, if at all you want to listen the entire classes, there is no need to get worried. Okay, so if at all you want to have better understanding, and if at all you want to listen each and every topic, then you can go through the 7 hours. There is no doubt about it. But if at all you want to clear first examination perspective topics, then my suggestion is, okay, first go and listen in this introduction chapter. Just two videos. First two videos is enough. Right after completing this, you can come to the second concept, that is called as Indian Contract Act. Indian Contract Act. So totally Indian Contract Act is divided into two parts. One is General Act, guys. One is General Act, and another one is Special Act. General Act and Special Act. Okay, so General Act, it took around 14 hours. Okay, then Special Act also, it took around 3 hours. So totally, it carries around 17 hours. So in this 17 hours, we will be discussing the entire topic of Indian Contract Act. Okay, entire topic and entire scenarios which were given in the past examinations and etc etc. So there is no need to get worried, because we also discuss this in our foundation level also. So we'll be having a better understanding in this also. So first after listening this, go to the second concept, that is called as Indian Contract Act. Right after completing Indian Contract Act, go to Sale of Goods Act, my dear students. Because Sale of Goods Act, it took around 8 hours 29 minutes. 8 hours 29 minutes. You also studied this at your foundation level. Even if you've studied in your foundation level, still after completing Indian Contract Act, go to Sale of Goods Act. That is my suggestion. Okay, so after completing Indian Contract Act, after this, go to Indian Contract Act, then you have to go to Sale of Goods Act. You have to go to Sale of Goods Act. It may be as per exam oriented perspective, or if at all you want to listen, if at all you want to listen in a sequence also, go in this manner. Okay, after completion of Sale of Goods Act, go directly to Partnership Act. Go directly to Partnership Act. There is no need for you guys to get worried. I know that this topic is this is first time for you to listen, but there is no need to get worried. It took around 7 hours 49 minutes. Okay, we went in a detailed approach. Sir, this 7 hours 49 minutes, we'll be discussing the entire topic of partnership. Yes, my dear students, no need to get worried. No need to get worried. Then after completing the partnership, go to LLP. Go to LLP. Go to LLP. Sir, okay, you said that from an exam perspective, if at all I want to go through the exam perspective, you said that first videos are enough. Then second contract, you said that to complete in full. Sale of Goods Act also you said me to complete in full. Then Partnership Act also you said me to complete in full. LLP also you said me to complete in full. Sir, can you categorize based upon ABC? Yes, my dear students, I can categorize this in based upon ABC. See, when you see this, okay, when you see this, I've categorized this also. The first introduction chapter, I gave it as, I mentioned it as a C category. When you come to Indian Contract Act, I mentioned it as a category. But when you come to Sale of Goods Act, I mentioned it as B category. Sir, what about partnership and LLP? Guys, I've mentioned this also as a C category, because if at all you want to know about the ABC categories, I've already posted ABC category. Okay, category wise studying through by way of categorization. Okay, you can go and refer that video as well. Okay, so next one. Okay, Negotiable Instrument Act. You can put it in the last. Okay, there is no need for you to listen now, because we have already gone through that topic at the foundation level. So put it at the last. Right after completion of LLP, start with industrial laws. Industrial laws, guys. Okay, start with industrial laws. Point number 1, Gratuity Act. After completion of Gratuity Act, go for Factories Act, then EPF Act, then then right after completion of gratuity, go for Factories Act. After that, go for EPF. After that, go for Code on Wages. Then go for ESI Act. If you want me to rate it, these all are A category. Guys. These are industrial laws. These are categorized into A category. Any doubts? Upon this? Pakka? Damn sure? No. Now, let's go for another important topic, which is after listening all these industrial laws, directly don't dive into corporate laws. But it is better for you to listen ethics. Okay, ethics. It is better for you to listen, because it has only 4 hours. Okay, it has only 4 hours, and it carries around 15 marks weightage, my dear students. Okay, from exam perspective, it carries around 15 marks. to complete this. Okay, complete listening this. After completion of this, then you can dive into the corporate laws. Then you can dive into corporate laws. Are you okay with this? Are you okay with this? Pakka? Damn sure. So after completion of ethics, go for Companies Act, go for Companies Act, and after completion of Companies Act, you can dive into directors. You can dive into directors. So you got a detailed understanding, I guess. Okay. So what we discuss? What did we discuss? Is we discussed that the number of hours which were taken by us in our class. Okay, the number of topics which we have to discuss and the scenario of the topics also we have discussed. Point number one, Constitution of India. If at all you want to listen it fully, you can listen. If at all you want to listen it from the exam perspective, you can listen 2 classes. And after listening the 2 classes, you can directly dive into the Indian Contract Act. There is no doubt about it. Okay, there is no problem about it. Okay, after completion of these topics, then there is no need for you to listen NI Act from the, if at all you want to listen from the exam perspective, don't listen into NI Act now. Okay, listen NI Act only after completion of all these topics, only after completion of all these topics at the end. Okay, that is what I am going to tell. Okay, that is a clarification which I am going to give from this video. And the last point which I want to give you is, I want to give you a clarification, guys. The clarification is based upon these 3 topics. So what are the topics which you are going to give a clarification? See, the topics which is called as Indian Contract Act and Sale of Goods Act and NI Act. These 3 topics are not, the material which we've provided, doesn't consist of these 3 topics. Okay, these 3 topics, because these 3 topics were already dealt by us or already dealt by the institute in your foundation level itself. So BCCA is providing that foundation book to you, and CMA Inter, rather than these 3 topics, all the topics will be covered in the concept material. There is no doubt about it. Sir, you've discussed these topics in your class. So is there any difference? So how can we refer that notes? There is no doubt about it. You will be given okay, soft copies. You can refer that soft copies. But if at all you want hard copies, we cannot provide it. We'll be providing you soft copies for these 3 topics. For the material which we discuss in the class. Okay, we'll be providing hard copies of CMA foundation of these 3 topics. Any doubts? Pakka, that is a clarification which I gave you here down. These topics will be provided in soft copies as they are already covered in foundation material. As they are already covered in foundation, these 3 topics will be the material for this will be provided in foundation material, and for the notes which I am giving in the class will be provided in soft copies. Any doubts? Pakka? Damn sure. So guys, all the best for your classes. Okay, there is no need for you guys to get worried. You will definitely score the best. Bye, take care, all the best.